Hi everyone, at the back, can you hear me?
Yes.
First of all, thank you so much and welcome to the Women in Property and Business Network. And really, you know, when I say I'm just full of gratitude and I really appreciate you coming out, because there are people here who I've known since my Tyrant days a few years ago, people who I've just recently met through Andy Harrington's public speaking, and people I've met just on the networking, the PIN circuit. And there's also new faces who I haven't met before. So thank you for taking a lot, for trusting me really, and for making your, and for coming out here. Just by way of background, my name's Elsie Igbinadolor. I'm a chartered accountant, I qualified as a chartered accountant with KPMG, and I've been investing in property since 2005. And I started off really doing it as a hobby, and it wasn't really until I'd say about 3-4 years ago that it's sort of like taken over and I see it more as a business. And one of the things that I like doing a lot is networking on both the property scene, so the evenings for PIN or Progressive or a lot of the independent meets, but also I've met people or women through business lunches, business networks, and I've thought to myself, well, there's women who are doing business who want to know about property, and women who are in property who want to make it into their business, and that's why these two things really do, go well together. So first of all, the way we're going to do tonight is you've all had a networking break, but at some stage later, after we've had Denise speak, I'd like you to all sort of stand up, just tell everybody who you are, just a short 20 or 30 seconds, introduce yourself. And the reason for doing that is because when you network, if people want to do business with you, they need to know you. And then they need to like you, and then they need to trust you. So it's about making contacts, bringing your business cards, swapping cards, but also following up with people, going out for coffees. And so, but now what I'll do is introduce Denise. And Denise, Naylor and I, we met through Andy Harrington's Public Speaking Academy. And I don't know if it's because we're both chartered accountants that we sort of bonded, and we sort of thought, oh, we're really funny and got a lot of humour. But we met, and we went out for a coffee, which usually takes about half an hour, and we're still chatting 3 hours later, and we still had quite a lot to talk about. And it's one of those things that when you meet someone, and you sort of think, oh yeah, I'll just go for a coffee, just don't know where it will lead. And then we met again for a long lunch, and then we just started talking about forming this network. And we're both in property, have similar backgrounds that we are chartered accountants, but we are very different. And that's what I like, because people can come together from different backgrounds and form business partnerships and things like that. So about Denise, she's an author, a speaker, she's also a management trainer and a lecturer. And Denise is very, very passionate about financial freedom. And she's one of these people who actually thought, well, actually, no, I want to be financially independent. I don't have to, rely on somebody else. So she set up this, Cash Genie Global to essentially take control of her own affairs, but also to show you how you can take control of your affairs too. Without further ado, Denise Naylor.
Thank you, Elsie. My goodness, well that's a great introduction, and I apologise for being the second chartered accountant. But there we are, it's the way it is. Maybe you're very new in property and you really don't know how to get started. Perhaps you're very experienced and already a property billionaire. Or possibly you're confused because there are so many people telling you different things. You really want some help to guide you towards what would suit you. The model that I follow is based on Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Who's heard of that? But I didn't know that I was following it because I'd already been doing it for about 10 years before he published the book. And that's one of the reasons why I chose the strapline for Cash Genie Global, which is build your cash pile, choose your lifestyle. Because you'll know that Rich Dad, Poor Dad is about having a business that funds your property. And when I look back on my life, that's actually how I've done it. Although I didn't set out even knowing that that's what I was doing, but certainly not planning to do that. If you'd been with me in 1965, you'd been standing on London Bridge. I'm a schoolgirl, and I'm wearing my school uniform, complete with white socks, and I'm with my mum. Now, I went to a grammar school in Surrey, and most of the girls on the holidays were taken to the seaside, or perhaps to stay with relatives. But my mother loved the City of London, so we always came up for a day in the City of London. Mum, why is it all men walking across the bridge? Men in bowler hats, men in striped suits. You can hear the sound of the footsteps all the way across the bridge to the bank. Well, Denise dearie, when you marry, you have to leave work. That's the rule. I worked in the city before I married, and I had to leave. Oh, Mum, that's a stupid rule. Yes, Denise dearie, but it's the rule. A couple of weeks later, I overheard a conversation in the kitchen between my parents. I heard my mother saying to my father, "Is Miss Fleming still working?" Now, Miss Fleming was the head of the typing pool when my mum was working there before she got married. And I heard my dad say, "I'll find out." And the following week, he announced at the family dinner table that yes, Miss Fleming was still. And yes, Miss Fleming remembered Mum. And what a very good typist she was. And would there be any chance that she could come back if a way could be found? So my mother wrote letters. And she said, "Denise, you're right, this is a stupid rule." And after about a year, she became the first ever part-timer in the British Civil Service. A few years later, I'm in my headmistress's study in the girls' grammar school. There's Miss Beale with her helmet hair and her thick stockings. "Denise, what's this application to become a chartered accountant? Girls can't do chartered accountancy. What can you be thinking of? No girl from this school would ever go. It's not ladylike." "Miss Beale, I think that's a stupid rule." But there was nothing I could do about it at the time. But little did I know that in a few short years' time, the City of London was going to change, and that I was going to be part of that change. Just magic